Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Margaret and I'm a transformational and spiritual life coach. And today, the subject I want us to discuss is fasting. Does it really work? And so the subject we are going to discuss is actually fasting. And we will talk about what type of fasting and how to do you fast and why you are even fasting. So, yes, why are you fasting? Is the main reason why we need to check if fasting actually works. And people fast for different reasons. People fast for the different thing that motivates people. Okay, so the question is praying and fasting, or whatever you are fasting about. But in this term, we want to find out whether fasting for a particular situation to happen, does it really work? And it depends. It depends on you and what you are aiming for. What I will say is, do not, how do I call it? Do not fast in vain. Don't starve yourself, because then it doesn't work. Okay, you are just going to have headaches. And yes, we have to be very careful when we talk about fasting. But the one thing in general about fasting is that I know it is good for the body. Okay, because when we fast in general, there are certain toxics that comes out of our body, and yeah, our body will get rid of it. Okay, but on a spiritual level, if someone is fasting and they're praying, how does this work for them? How does fasting work for them? Because okay, the subject, is whether fasting and prayer works, but the main focus is fasting and if it works. Okay, so if you are fasting and your focus is to pray and to get something out of the fasting, the best way to make this work for you is to have a determination. You need to decide what you want to fast about, and how you are going to handle the fasting. What type of fasting are you going to do? Whether you are going to do just water fasting, whether you're going to do dry fasting, whether you are going to do fruit fasting, or whether you are going to do just, fasting between certain hours, and then, you break your fast and you eat, normal food. There are all these type of fastings, so you can research what type of fasting you want to do and how you want to make things work for you. And yes, I believe the way to make fasting work for you is that you need to have a focus, a determination, write it, and if you don't write it, I believe that writing things always works, because you can follow it, because the fact that you've even written it is going to motivate you to get things done. And if you are fasting or you choose to fast and pray about something, okay, like I said before, determine it. If you want to fast for 7 days on a particular subject, how do you want to do the fast? Is it just water fasting, that you can drink water in between throughout the whole day, and then break your fast at a certain time? Or do you want to just fast maybe from a certain time of the day to a certain time of the day? For example, you may decide to fast from midnight because you want to do your stuff during the midnight. So you can start, fasting in your prayer around midnight and then maybe finish during the day. And so you have to decide all these things. But whilst you are fasting, for your fasting to work for you, you need to add your energy to it. Okay, number one, your main energy that you're going to add to it is your intention, your um your mental energy. Okay, your intention goes and back up with your mental energy, and then also you have to back it with words, and then back it with action. Then your fasting is going to work for you. Because if you for example, you fast and you don't take any action, you just starved yourself for nothing. Okay, I believe that when you are fasting and praying, because you could be praying to any God, you could be praying to yourself, you could be praying to your higher self, you could be praying to higher power, or you could be praying even to the planet to help you to achieve something. But the main thing is to make sure that you are not doing anything to jeopardize your health. Okay, you need to do your research very well when it comes to fasting and your own diet. You know, I'm not here to give you health advice, but we just want to explore the subject whether fasting helps you, or you can achieve or manifest something through fasting. And I believe yes, you can, simply because you just have to put everything in place. If you want to for example, manifest something within a period of time, you need to be realistic about it. But I believe that the main thing is when you decide that, okay, I want to get a new job, for example, and you fast, and you don't just starve yourself that I'm fasting, I'm not eating, I'm not doing anything. That's not going to work. You need to back it with your intention. You need to back it with your words, and your words is also prayer. So you can pray, you can decide how many hours or how often you want to pray. If you want to pray every hour, or if you want to pray every 2 to 3 hours, you know, you do that. But I feel when you are fasting, your focus should be just on the fast, and don't do anything that's going to stress you. Obviously, if you are, for example, if you are a busy person and you are working, you just have to select certain times of the day that is best for you, so that you don't come into friction. Some people want everyone to know they are fasting, they look tired and things like that. I don't feel that's necessary. I don't think if you dress up and you put your makeup on doesn't mean you are less closer to God, or you are less closer to anybody. No, you are not. So just, you know, go about your daily life. Just make sure you've taken the right health precautions, you know, and that you're not jeopardizing your health. Okay, but in general, you can just say, okay, I want to get a job, or I want to get this, or I want to get that. Set a time target period, but you need to be realistic. Don't say I want to get this day or tomorrow, and then you know it's not, you know, realistic, but you think if you fast and starve yourself in a couple of hours, you know, everything's going to work. No, it doesn't work like that. It will never work like that for you, because it's unrealistic. You know, you are not giving your words, which is the prayer, you're not giving it enough time to start working for you. When you pray and you are fasting, because your focus is, you know, your energy is focused on what you are trying to attract, all your mind, your mental state is on it, and your words are on it. You are asking the universe to give you that. And I also believe what you need to do is to take practical and physical action. Okay, taking practical and physical action. You are looking for a job, you are praying and fasting for the God of jobs, or God of employment, or God to give you the job, and you haven't applied. Nobody is going to call you. Okay, nobody. Because if even you haven't told anyone that you're looking for a job, how is someone going to just look at you and say, I think you look like someone who needs a job? No, it's not going to work that way. And so I feel, yeah, you need to put in the action. And some people, I've heard stories where people have, you know, fasted and prayed, and everything seemed to be going well for them. And because they didn't seek medical advice, some people have broken their fast and have died, you know. And these are people who believed that they were pastors, or they were men of God or women of God, and they were living a holy life, you know, within like 40 days. Most of the time, it tends to be people who fasted for about 40 days, and that this situation has happened to. So imagine they have lived their life holy, in your mind, holy, for 40 days, okay? And after the 40 days, God killed them. You know, that's what some people say. But no, it's because they didn't take the proper medical precaution. And some people decide that they're just going to drink water, you know, and for the 40 days. I think that could be excessive, you know. You could fast for 40 days if you wanted to, but I believe you need to have some intervals where you allow your body, okay, allow your body to recoup, and you need to still feed your body some nutrient. Some people decide to go the fruit diet, fruit fasting, and all they do is eat fruits because they don't want to eat anything that contains chili or salt. They just want natural fruits. And when they fast within a certain amount of period of time within the day, they break with a fruit and water. That's it. And simply because sometimes they are trying to heal their body whilst they're doing that, and sometimes, you know, their intention is to attract certain things. So you can easily attract something into your life through fasting, but you have to back it with your words and your actions. You have to put your physical and emotional, mental energy towards the fasting. Because if you don't, if you don't put this type of energy there, you are only draining your own energy. So for me, that is how I see fasting. In the past, I have fasted, and you know, you feel you fast, and what you want is going to happen. It doesn't happen. You're like, God didn't listen to my prayer. It's not like God did not listen to your prayer. You did nothing about it, because in the past I have fasted and prayed and I did nothing about it, because, you know, you sit down and you stare into the air. Okay, let me look into the window. Let's see who's coming. No, it doesn't work like that, my friends. It doesn't work like that. You have to do something about, you know, the fasting and the prayer. But all I can continue to remind you is that when you are fasting, remember that you have to do your research, and you know, seek doctor's advice if necessary. And you know, if you're doing a certain type of fast that you haven't done before, and if your main focus and your main aim is to achieve or manifest something, you know, you could do like a 3 days fast, you know, depending on your own diet requirement or your own health circumstances. You can just choose to fast between maybe early in the morning, okay, till maybe late afternoon. For example, you may decide to fast from maybe 6 a.m., okay, when you wake up, till maybe 2 p.m. And then within that time, you can just say, every hour I'll pray for 15 minutes, or every hour I'll focus my energy on my prayer and do this, you know, because it's a short time that you are fasting. It's a short time you're fasting, and so you need to amp your you know, your words, because the more you are praying, you are putting energy, you are calling it. But you call it and you don't take action to go and claim it, it's not going to work. So fasting works for me only if you have put in the effort, your words and your physical action. Then fasting is going to work for you, okay? And because the way it works is, you are putting all your energy, your words, everything I'm saying is energy. Everything I'm saying is energy. And so if you are focusing your energy in calling what you are looking for through prayer, because when you pray, you are still talking. So whether you are talking to yourself or you are talking to what you're looking for, it is still prayer. So that's how you have to do it, okay? And you have to take action. Don't say, I want to, for example, like I said, you know, you are looking for something tangible, and then you're doing nothing about it. No, you want something, you fast and you pray and you announce it and you apply for it and you make every physical action, then that prayer works for you. Or else the fasting is just, starving yourself and nothing. But at the end of the day, if you've done your fasting very well, in a very healthy way, you will end up having, you you might end up being a lot fitter, or you might not be as healthy as you may want to be. So I don't think fasting should be taken lightly, in general, and also in on the health point of view, you shouldn't be taking it lightly. So don't just say I'm going to fast, and do nothing about it. When you fast, pray, because your prayer is your word to call what you are looking for into manifestation, because you are focused and dedicated. I'm going to dedicate 3 days. I'm going to dedicate 3 weeks to get this. And whilst you are dedicating that time, you need to physically act on it. So yes, fasting works, and in the past it's not worked for me simply because I didn't take action. Okay, because I was hoping that some type of miracle was going to happen and then I would manifest it, but no, it never did work for me. But anytime I fasted and then prayed, and called upon it and took action, it worked for me just like that. It worked for me. And some of them I had to readjust, how to readjust some of the things that I wanted, or how I had to apply for it, or how I had to apply my thoughts and my personal interest to what I was looking for. I had to adjust it. Okay, so I still got it, but I had to change certain things to get it the way I wanted. So it's not like the prayer and the fasting didn't work. It did work, but I just had to be more realistic. That's how I realized that, yeah, these things work. It's just still your energy, and you just have to focus your energy on one particular thing and make sure you draw it to you. Okay, you draw what you're looking for to you through your words, that is prayer, and through action, and then you can manifest it. So yeah, prayer and fasting works. Fasting works, but it only works when you are realistic and when you take action, and that's how it works. So yeah, I'm not going to say it doesn't work. It works, but only you have to apply all the energy, connect all the dots for your fasting to work for you, because you are charging something within you. When you are not eating, you are telling your body something and your mind something, but your physical body has to take action for that fasting and prayer to work for you. So I hope this has been insightful for you. And yes, I will, leave the subject here. By all means, feel free to comment and leave your comments, and then I will get back to you and subscribe and share, of course. And then yes, I will leave the subject here, and I will see you next time, or you will see me next time.